Today's topic, we are going to talk about the strategies that you put to the point that you're going to increase your prices so that your clients will be retained. If this is for you, please subscribe to the channel for more of our videos, and comment below. Please feel free to ask any your cake related questions, and I'll be glad to answer them for you to the best of my knowledge. So here are some of ideas for different ways to structure your price increase in a way that customer will accept. You've already created a community with your client. These are your brand ambassadors. These are your loyal customer. They really want to propel your business. They really want to propel your vision by being the loyal client to you. And being loyal is by buying from you. These are your clients. Now, you want to increase the prices, but you're afraid you don't want to lose them. But simply because they've been with you for the longest time, there's a way you can increase these prices to the point that they won't feel that they've been left out to even think that they are leaving you. So let's dig in. First, introduce your higher prices in stages and in bits. Now, let's say you've decided, you've done your cake costing and feel that still I need to revise my prices. You can do a revision of the prices in a segment of clients. Just take a bit of the segment of your clients. You already know your client. You know your biggest client. When you're talking about the biggest client and your die-hard clients, these are the clients we equate them when it comes to revenue that comes to your business. So you categorize your clients. You have your clients who are die-hard. You have those clients who will have the cake for even if it's one per year, but that cake must come from you. Those are also segments of the clients in any way. We also have these clients that keep referring their friends to you. This is also a category on its own. So categorize your clients according to that. Then take a segment of each. In this die-hard client of yours who brings you more revenue, take a segment even if it's 2 or 3. These other ones who just come once per year. I've done a cake in June. The next time I'll hear from them is that June on that date. This is also a client that is die-hard for you. Take that segment also. And this other one who random, they refer the clients to you. They're always there. Somebody wants a cake, you are the plugs for them. Put these ones aside also. Just take a portion. Increase the price for these two, and these two. See how they're reacting to it. If they're receptive to the increment, then it's okay. It means it will cut across because you've done the sampling part of it. But if you feel they're reluctant, if you feel one segment is reluctant over the other, you can do it slowly and see how much time you can still give them, because they've already known, they've already told you that we are not receptive to the change at this time. That's why you see they were having issues accepting. So if you've done the segmentation and you feel still it's not the right time, but at least in their head, there's something coming along that line. But it's an indicator to tell you that it's right or it's not. So do it in stages and do it in bits. Let your clients be the samples for you. They're the ones who help you to propel the business. So another practice is to keep existing customer at the right price level, but change your prices to your new client. I hope it's making sense. So these clients that are already buying from you, just inform them. At least we are, as it is now, we are finishing June. But I'm giving you 2 months, July and August. When we end the August, now from September, we'll be revising our prices. Now for you as old client, you'll be enjoying our old prices. But for anyone contacting you as a new client, they'll be having the revised price. This way, you make your old client feel very special, and in their head, they are still prepared to increase for the increment of the price and the adjustment of the price. And at the 2 months before the increment begins, they'll still be enjoying the old price. This way, they feel part of you. they feel intimidated, they feel like a decision-making process as a part of the decision-making process in the Little Hands Bakehouse, simply because you've worked with them, you've intimated them. Another practice, number 2, to add your price is to add the value. Still, this I always preach it to my students. You have why are you talking about increasing your prices? What is it that you've increased on that cake to the point that you want to tell the client the price has been revised? Also, it has to make sense to you as the baker. You see, so you must add value. Let's say you want to increase your price because you want to introduce a very elegant and nice package for your cake. We've seen the packages coming in. They are very box and transparent. Even when a client sees their cake from far, they just like it. But these boxes, they are not coming cheap, or these boxes are not the price of the normal boxes that they don't have the screen to see the cake when it's inside. So this is the value that you're adding. And a client might tell you, I don't want this packaging since it's skyrocketing my price, but I want the old one. But you're talking about your brand. This is how I want the packaging from Little Hands to come, not you to dictate how we want it to be. They have to believe in you, and they have to support your structures if they want to work with you and if they want to propel your vision. So you must add value. Let's say you came from a class, and in this class, I'll give an example about myself. When we went for the Phyllis Flower class, we were 14 students. It was the most amazing class. A sit-up where you have your mentor just next to you. A sit-up where your mentor is there. You can ask anything that you've been wanting to ask. After the class, it was a one-day class, we came with the knowledge for the flowers. You don't add your price immediately. You come, do the flowers, redo it until now. This is your own Phyllis Flowers in the making. You've perfected it in all that. Now, the client will see these flowers in your cake. You don't even introduce the price to them. Even you can give a client that cake, a cake with that flower, without even charging for the flower. In sense, you're clicking the picture for that flower for the next client. But in reality, this other client has gone even without paying for the flower. But you've worked with the psychology. The clients have known there's something new. So when it comes to adding the value to my cake, I'll charge you for my cake and I'll charge you for the flower extra. And it's a win-win for the bakehouse because the skills that was brought is put into practice. And now it's bringing more revenue. In this case, my prices will not be the same. I've increased my prices, but I've given you value. And the value here is the flower. I know you've noticed also in our cakes, out of 10 cakes, maybe 2 will come out without flowers, because now we've found our strength in making the flowers. And because of that, the revenue has gone up because of it. And this is the value that we added to our clients. And as it is, we sell the flowers to other bakers. So you must add value. Convince the client as to why the prices have gone up, but not just have just increased. No, there has to be a value to counter your reasons as to why you've increased. And this way, they'll be very comfortable because I'm getting the flower. In any case, I never used to get the flowers. So the value must be there, and the client will always be receptive to the price change. Something else, raise prices on some products and not on others. Here, when you want to raise the prices on some products but not on others, I will suggest you raise the prices on the product that you sell more. Yes, we assume you've done your costing. Maybe you costed your cakes wrong initially, but now you've gone for a cake costing class and you know how to do it. And as it is, you've been giving cakes for free. But now you want to work on the prices. Let's say you have the strength when it comes to working with fondant. And maybe you're a little bit not so comfortable working with the soft icing. I will increase the price in the fondant and still leave the prices of the soft icing to be the same. So maybe you are selling your 1 kg cake of fondant at 5,000 for 1 kilo. maybe let's say you're selling at 4,000, you will increase at 5,000 because that's what you see. It's making sense when you're doing your costing. But your 1 kg cake of buttercream is 3,000. So when the client comes to you, they want the cake with the fondant. It was 4,000, now it's 5. So this way, as much as you've increased on the fondant, you give them also the buttercream is there. So if they feel it's too much for now, but still you can get the same cake in soft icing. This way you've increased in this because this is what you've been selling more. So the fourth way to also structure on how to increase your prices is to raise the prices on some product and not on others. And here I will talk about and give an advice. When you want to increase the price, you increase the price on the product that gives you more revenue. If you're very strong when it comes to working with fondant, you increase the price in the fondant cakes. Let's say you're selling your fondant cakes at 4,001 kilo, but when you're doing your calculations from your cake costing class, you find that 5,000 is ideal. So you're going to increase the price for the cake from 4 to 5,000. But you don't increase the prices for the buttercream at that time. So if your buttercream cake was 3,000 per kilo, still keep it at that. When the client comes to you, like I need a fondant cake, you give them their prices and they might even come like it's expensive last time I bought like that. But we've revised our prices for the fondant cake, but this, the soft icing still remains with the old price. This way, you're going to give them options of taking the soft icing vis-a-vis taking this. But simply because they know your forte is in the fondant, for sure they are going to have the cake from you. And this because you've given them the option. If still this is high for you, we have this other one. The core thing is the cake inside, but now they know the strength of you in fondant to bring that outcome of the theme that they're looking for. They will have to just adjust slowly to the point that they are going to just sail with you. Just increase the prices on some things and not on others until you reach at par when all your prices have increased. Another strategy is to create a lesser option for customers who don't want to pay high prices. You find you have some clients, as much as they want to buy from you and everything that they want, that everything that you provide for them, but still this price increase, I'm still not comfortable with it. Others take so much time to adjust. Others will adjust quickly, and more so, if you give them option for something which is lesser costly, then it will be a good thing. I'll still come back to my example when it comes to the flower classes that I did. So let's say I'm selling for you a larger Phyllis flower. One Phyllis flower goes for 700, but the client will see, I've already bought the cake, if 5,000 for 1 kilo. Then I add the flower for Phyllis, which is 700. The client might feel 5,700, maybe it's on the higher side. Give them a lesser option. Instead of doing the Phyllis flower, you can do the natural flower, which is 300 shillings. So they tend to have a lesser 400 bob. And in this case, they won't feel left out. They will have gotten your cake, they will have gotten your design, only that the flower this time is what could not make them match up to what they wanted. Now, when it comes to increasing your prices, it not only boosts your sale, but can also transform your business. We are looking at having a brand which is premium. So you can't have a premium brand with low selling goods. Okay, so when you're looking at increasing your value, when it comes for you to be able to increase your prices, work on your craft both inside of the cake and the outside, because they go hand in hand, how it looks and how it tastes. And in that case, you can be able to sell premium because the values that you're giving the client, mostly they won't even get anywhere else. That's it for today's video. If you learned anything from this, please give us a thumbs up. And we are ready to answer any of your questions in relation to the cake. Feel free to continue asking them, and I'll be here to answer them for you to the best of my ability. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel because we're giving you value. We want to scale your home baking business to the next level. Subscribe, share it to your networks. Let everyone know what you're doing here, and let's journey together. See you in the next video. Bye.